When I first started in the recovery process and working through my relationship with Christ, my focus was about myself and how to improve my life, how to make my life better, and get what I wanted. I thought that that's what the outcome would be, is what I wanted. But ultimately, it ended up being about helping other people. It's about listening to my brothers who are struggling and working on their relationships and with Christ and with other people, and that's what makes working through recovery and working on your faith so great, is because your life gets better, and it's not about me. It's about you. It's about sharing with other people, helping them to grow and get what they want. It's helping them to work through tough times and just being there, and those are the kind of relationships that you get out of it, and it's not what I thought. And I was talking with a very close friend the other night, and he said, "Man, you've really become passive." And I am more passive today than I've ever been. But at the same point, I'm not, because instead of trying to force my viewpoints on everybody, I share my views and my thoughts, and I share my journey. But I'm not saying that's what you have to do. I'm not trying to push my ideals on anybody. I'm just trying to express myself and tell you what my experiences are and what my future plans are. And that makes a big difference, because it makes it easier for people to relate to and to think about what they want out of life, what you want out of life, what direction you want to go. And that's more enjoyable to be a part of that, because I think of how other people are examples for me in that respect. I walked into a church, a conservative church, and ended up telling people about my life and dealing with gender identity and how I hid the issues all my life, and then in my late 40s I ended up deciding I was going to transition because I just couldn't handle the anxiety anymore. So I started on hormones and was in process of transition. I was about a year and a half in, and I'm sitting in a bathroom getting ready to go out, and my friend, who there was this intense attraction to, she is sitting there doing my makeup, and I'm like, this is crazy. I can't do this anymore. This is not the way my life is supposed to be. And I realized that in that time that I still had all of my problems. The only thing that stopped was the anxiety. And then you end up in a situation where, okay, you have this situation where the anxiety stops of having that desperate need to transition. But now you have a new anxiety of, when's it going to come back? And that's where I was at when I walked into my church in 2016. So that's what drew me to reading the Bible cover to cover in 7 weeks, because I'd read all these studies trying to find information about what I was experiencing. And I couldn't get any conclusive reasoning for why what happened. So I finally turned to the Bible, reading every word in the Bible because I wanted to see where it talked about those issues. And at the same time, I'm sharing with the people that I'm going to church with, which is a conservative Bible-based church. And everybody was engaging and friendly and accepting. It made a huge difference. That helped me to keep on going. And I realize that there's lots of churches out there that aren't like that. But, my church didn't wave a flag or wasn't activist in the community. They were focused in on Christ. They are focused in on Christ. We're focused in on making disciples, and that's a big difference, because as I would continue to grow, there were times where we'd have somebody come in fully dressed, and they're treated like everybody else. And so it just wasn't me. But here you have these conservative Christians who are loving on you and helping you walk towards Christ. And that was such a huge impact. That is such a huge impact on my life, because there's a difference. And have all these people that were being examples for me, showing me the way. And that helped me to get to the point where, I love my life. I have the peace, the joy, the serenity, and I realize I tell you that every day. But the reason why I say it is because I do have it. That doesn't go up and down. It doesn't go away. That stays consistent. And my journey has helped me to stabilize, to get off the roller coaster, to be consistent. And when I slide, I'm able to pick back up and keep it going. And I've got people there that support me, and I'm able to be there for other people and support them. So part of my journey is sharing this with you and letting you know my experiences and letting you see my growth. I hope it helps you. I hope it makes a difference in your life. So I'd encourage you to open your heart, open your mind, consider your faith journey, consider your relationships, and give recovery, give transformations a chance. There's rooted discipleship programs around the world that you could get involved with. For me, I did a big book study, a 12-step study, and the study I used was actually the AA Big Book, Alcoholics Anonymous Big Book step study. And I maybe drink 1 or 2 margaritas a year. I've never been a heavy drinker. It's never been my thing. I don't have typical addictions that would put you into a place where you'd expect that. And so, with that, I just encourage you to start to do some investigation on the kind of things that will help you. If you're struggling, look towards those things, because they can make a world of difference, and they might not make sense at first. They didn't for me. Like when I first started working on step studies, or even just doing 12 steps and going to meetings. It took me 6 months to even think, to get to the point where, to answer the question, why am I even coming to these things? And then when I started to realize that, then things started to move forward. Things started to change. My life started to change. And I started to get more peace, joy, and serenity. So with that, I'm going to end the video for tonight here. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you have a blessed day. I hope you come back and watch tomorrow. And yeah, one more thing. For those of you that have been leaving comments, the comments are great. They're fantastic. And I think I'm going to take a look at those and speak into those comments on future upcoming videos. So if you like what I'm saying, leave a comment. Tell me what you want to know. If there's anything I can do to help you with your journey. If there's anything I can do to talk about my experiences that would help you grow or help you get answers that you need, either for yourself, for a loved one, for a child, whatever. If you want to ask me about the gender issues, feel free, go ahead. That's all on the table. So I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow.